1 second. I can't get these shoes off. Okay. Merry meet everybody. I wanted to do this video quick. Kind of like a Hangout update thing. As you can tell, this lighting is terrible. Hold on. I'm trying to get my damn shoes off because I just got back from the store. Okay, so for some damn reason, my the herb video that I tried to upload will not upload. It's on the herb Yarrow. For some damn reason, every time I try to upload it, it keeps saying something about error upload, some kind of crap like that. So I'm going to attempt to upload it one more time today, and if it doesn't upload, I'm just going to say screw it and just do it a live video. Even though it was a long video, it took a lot of time to make that video. Hey girl, how you doing? But how you lied? Can I help you? You little kitty. Okay, but anyway, like I said, I was trying to upload the damn video. It won't upload. Keeps saying something about error upload in the process. I'm like, really? Sat there, waited and waited for it to upload, only for it to tell me that it's having problems. So I said I'm going to attempt to upload that video a few more times. If it doesn't upload, I'm just going to say screw it and do a live for the video. I always have issues uploading stuff on YouTube. I don't know why, but I always do. This lighting is terrible. When I say terrible, I mean terrible. My entire living room was rearranged for the winter so that my actual heaters can work, because the fireplace thing I have, the electric one, blew out. Yay. So I really don't post as much anymore. Yeah, for some reason, it's only when I use a phone. I currently don't have Wi-Fi, so I have to use data for my phone to upload videos. I was using my laptop for a short period of time when I had Wi-Fi, but I don't have Wi-Fi. I prefer to do uploading by laptop because it doesn't give me such a pain in the ass. It's not such a pain in the ass to upload the videos. For some reason, it's such a pain in my ass to upload videos from my phone. I don't know why. It might be the shitty weather because it's been raining for the past few days. It might be interfering with my signal, with my data or something. I don't know what's going on, but it's annoying me. So I just wanted to explain that. What else? Also, too, like the past 2-3 days, I think I might have a stomach virus. I know that everybody around me is getting sick. Stay the hell away from me. A lot of people I know have the flu right now. Back the hell up. Sorry, carrying hand sanitizer with me everywhere. I'm about to buy me a can of Lysol and carry it with me to spray everywhere I go because I'm not getting sick again. Fuck that shit. And I'm trying to quit smoking, but it's a hard process. Right, with pre-recording, editing, all that fun stuff. The video was pretty damn long. It was about a 18 minute long video. Hey Danny, my day's going very well. I had the day off from work, so it's going very good. I don't have to deal with stress levels. Don't like that. Listen, what was it? I tried quitting. I've been smoking for the past 3-4 days. So, because, like I said, I'm good with smoking so long as I don't go to work. But as soon as I step foot into my building at work, I need a cigarette immediately. So, and right now, bro, what my battle plan is for the quit smoking is when I get paid again, I'm going to get my e-juice for my vape mod to lower the nicotine levels and go from there. Because every time I try to cut cold turkey, it just doesn't go well. I have severe symptoms, severe withdrawals. I get agitated, body aches. I want to throw up. I can't eat. Or I eat too much. It just varies. So I'm going to slowly try to wean off. Instead of smoking an entire pack a day, right now I'm only smoking about 5 cigarettes a day. This is my first one of the day. And then, like I said, when I get paid again, I'm going to get my vape mod refill or get the coils fixed so I can hit that for a while until and lower the nicotine levels more and more until I finally slowly wean off of it. The main reason why I stopped using my vape mod was because it kept fucking dying consistently, so I need to get a new one. So, you're gonna hate me if I want to light it. Like, a lot of people who don't smoke criticize me, like, why don't you just stop? I'm like, yeah, you can try, but never works out in your favor sometimes, especially when you're stressed the hell out. This lighting is terrible. That's the only thing I hate about my apartment. The lighting in here is terrible. The way I used to have the living room set up, the couch was over there that way, and the sunlight would face down on me. But now it's this way, where the sunlight is just like right there. Yeah, little Eli here, just purring away. The full moon was last night. The lunar eclipse and full moon happened on the 10th. And I already did my ritual for the full moon / lunar eclipse last night. I was mostly focusing on doing a lot of healing things for a lot of people that I know, as well as like developing my confidence, trying to overcome my anxiety, and some other things I don't want to discuss on here because those are private. And whatnot. And see, that's the only thing that sucks ass is when I do have a day off. I'm bored. I don't know what to do. I cleaned up the place. I reorganized my altar, dusted everything off, yada, yada, yada. In a little bit, I'm about to head up to work on my day off because I'm doing readings for a lot of my coworkers. I'm like the Denny's tarot reader. Make a few extra bucks on the side because I don't do readings for free anymore. I charge for all my readings now. Same with spell work, certain spiritual advice. I'm not doing it for free no more. I see that it's my energy, my time. I want recomposition for it. Unless I know someone's situation and they can't really afford it, I will try to help them out the best I can. But in general, I do charge for my services. I do plan on eventually, when I get my Wi-Fi back and get my laptop back up and running, I'm going to be down buying an astrology program for my computer and doing astrology readings too. When I do the readings, I'm going to be doing like $50 for an entire natal chart by email, and then physical, print it all out and put it in a binder, like a huge binder with all your information in there for like 100. It's more costly because it cost me a shit ton of money to print all that crap out and buy the supplies. So do that for 100. Synastry readings and progress chart readings, I'm not sure about the pricing of that yet. I have to figure it out. But I'll definitely be charging for it. I'm always reading people to filth by their astrology signs. I'm always guessing people's zodiac signs and shit. I'm like, oh, you're such this. You're such a Leo. Oh, you're such a Cancer. Or I guess wrong. Sometimes I always keep accidentally guessing their ascendant sign, which is normal. And then when I guess their sign wrong, I ask them what is their birth time so I can calculate it real quick and find out what their ascendant is. And then I'm like, oh, you're this and that and this. Like, oh, yeah, you're right. I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. And then they get creeped out by that reading. So how's everybody's day so far? Like, besides me feeling okay, I guess I've been kind of not eating as much because of the stomach virus. I think I had a stomach virus. I don't know. I was going to the bathroom like every 10 damn minutes, and my stomach was upset consistently. I felt like I was going to throw up. I was having ups and downs, but I think that's just purely because of the weather. Whenever it's dark and gloomy or cold, especially during the winter, my depression starts acting up. I've been taking vitamins, taking that. Well, that's cool. My rising sign's Aquarius too. My rising sign's Aquarius. My moon sign's Taurus. My sun sign's Taurus. So I have a strong Taurus influence in my chart. So I'm like double Taurus. I'm like double stubborn. How are you, sweetie? I'm okay. Like I said, today I'm in a good mood as compared to yesterday. Yesterday I was in a pretty shitty mood because yesterday I tried getting the day off of work. One of my coworkers I asked them to cover my shift for me. They agreed to it. They even talked to my manager. They never showed up for the shift. So my manager called me and asked me to come in. I'm like, oh my god, it's. So when I came in, like nothing was done. The place was disgusting and a mess. Like shit wasn't stocked. So I was in a shitty mood yesterday. So I'm not gonna ask anybody to cover my shifts anymore. I might just screw it. Sun is Cancer, Moon is Virgo. That could be a little conflicting with that. Which my whole chart is conflicting because it said my rising sign is Aquarius and my sun and moon is Taurus, which those are two opposite signs. The zodiac are two totally different signs. So I can come off as like free going, hippie-ish. But then with the Taurus aspects, I'm very traditional, strict. Especially at work, I like to do things by the book at work. And anytime like shit changes at work or someone does something differently, I freak out. I'm like, nope, that's not how it's supposed to be done. It's supposed to be done this way, not that way. Which they do it a lot in the kitchen I work in because they constantly change where the hell everything goes and it bugs me. I'm like, that's not where it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go here. And people get annoyed with me when I freak out. I'm like, well, I like things to be done a very specific way, and if it's not done my way, I'm going to flip my shit. I'm OCD when it comes to work. They try to do little shortcuts or little things their way, their own way. I'm like, don't do it like that. Do it by the book or you're going to freak me out. I don't like that. I'm very OCD. Moon Sagittarius, Sun Aries, rising Aquarius. Oh Lord, we have a lot of rising Aquarians. You know what I mean? Like, ugh. Damn, it's like dark. Let me try to get more light in here. I don't think it's gonna work. Not too much, but it's something. So. I am technically I'm like right at the border of Taurus and Gemini. So I have a little bit of Gemini on my aspects. I was born April 19th, so it's like right smack dab. No, not April 19th. May 19th, Raven. Jesus, what the fuck? So I'm like the day before the cusp. Even though some astrologers I know will say that the ending of Taurus is exactly April 19th, but it's or May 19th, but it's actually May 20th is when the sun leaves. Sun to Gemini, Taurus to Gemini. Sagittarius, yeah, you're like smack dab in the middle of it. I think I was born with mine. I'm in the third I can't pronounce the word, Descenti or whatever the hell it is, the third decan of Taurus. So I have a little bit of aspect of Gemini in my chart, which you can see I also have Mercury in Gemini, so you can tell my Gemini influence. I like to move my hands a lot. I talk too damn much when I'm opened up. Usually I'm very shy with people first. That's Taurus. And very reserved. Once I open up and get comfortable with people, I never shut the fuck up. I will talk and talk and talk and talk. I change subjects like consistently. I can go from one thing to the next in 2.5, or I get bored very easily. Damn, I'm Mercury and Gemini. I get bored with things really quickly. Like I could be playing a video game, it gets boring. I could read a book, it gets boring, go to the next book. I can never just sit still and do nothing. I have to be constantly up and doing something. Unless I'm watching like YouTube videos and stuff, I will not budge. I absolutely hate it. And then some of my friends think I'm like a recluse. No, it's just that every time I'm watching a damn video or a movie, I have people texting me, and I'm like, swipe. I'm like ignoring their text. I'm like, I'm watching a video. Fuck off. When I'm busy, I'm busy. My whole thing is, unless someone's fucking dying, don't call me. When I'm watching a video or a movie. If I'm doing something, do not bother me. If that makes sense. Amen to that. Right. Like, if I'm watching something, don't bother me. Especially when I'm watching videos on witchy stuff, I don't want to be bothered at all. Which I had another idea for videos, which I don't think I have the proper like equipment and proper stuff to do it, but like doing like podcast type of videos. But they always have like those weird microphones, and they always have weird different setups, but whatnot. I'm trying my hardest to get it set up where I can do interviews with other witches or Google Hangouts, whatever the hell it is, with other YouTubers, but that seems to be going nowhere. I do notice that some people, some other witches think I'm too inappropriate, I'm too vulgar, stuff like that. I've been told that before, that I need to start watching my mouth. Fuck that, I'm not going to. That is just how I am. I don't know why. I'm just this, I have the mouth of a sailor. I cuss a lot. And I don't shut my mouth. I don't keep my opinions to myself. I will say what's on my mind right there, which it gets me in trouble a lot, especially at work, because I can't keep my fucking mouth shut. If something is bothering me or something does not sit right with me, I'm going to speak up and say something. Except for, oh, goddess. The one thing I always have a hard time with biting my tongue is when it comes to politics, which a lot of my family members and even some of my coworkers are Trump supporters. I am hardcore against Trump. I can't stand him. I don't like him. I don't want to ever support him. So when people are talking about Trump, oh, he's such a great president, all this shit, no, he's not. I'm sorry, I will debunk your shit in 2.5. And it's always Republicans stick to, God, they like to call us people who are against Trump. We have Trump derangement syndrome, or we're pussies, we're psychotic, we need help. Because my major thing with politics is always the first thing that I always bring up and always worried about are LGBT issues, LGBTQIA+. That's always my first major thing because I am a member of the LGBT community. So when I don't trust politics, period, or politicians, period, point blank, when it comes to issues of the LGBT. Because even the ones who do support, I don't trust them all the way. I just think they're doing it to get votes. Some of the times, you can sometimes tell when they're being genuine. Go away, Imhotep, go away. Or they'll claim that they care about it, but they don't fight for us. They don't do anything for the community. Instead, they do shit that sets us back, such as Trump's administration and all those dumbasses. A lot of people were like, oh, we're going to vote for him because he does support the LGBT community. No, he hasn't done a damn thing for our community. He's done nothing but damage it more. He tried to ban trans from the military. I think it was Trump's administration, or I think some people in there were trying to repeal the gay marriage act. So, yeah, they can take that. He supports us and shove it right up their ass, because no, he does not. Sorry. I'm not even going to get into the shit that's happened recently with Trump. I'm not going to get into that. So I already got into arguments with people, got into debates about this shit, and it's never a good, healthy debate. It's always the Republicans go on the attack. Well, not just Republicans, but anyone who's on his side will go straight to attacking you, insulting you, calling you a retard, pussy, you're a bitch, all this other shit. So that's why I don't talk to them or try to debate with children. I'm sorry, but I can't. I just can't do it. It's a waste of my energy and my time. But anyway, like I said, I just wanted to come on here and explain what's going on. Hello there. Hey, SM. Hello. Really wanted to explain what's going on with my fucking useless fucking phone uploading. Even if you look like back way when I first started, like when I was 18, I always had issues with uploading with my phone. If I use my laptop, I don't have any problems uploading videos, but for some reason my phones never want to upload videos properly. It's like, just fuck my life. Just fuck my life. Okay, so besides the video stuff, what else? I wanted next paycheck, which I think I will get paid again on the 22nd. I think I am going to be getting my new tattoo done, which is going to hurt like hell, but I want it. I'm getting a neck tattoo, like a geometric shape design on my entire neck. It'll go somewhat down towards my, what do you call this, décolleté, toward a little bit on my elbows. It's going to be a huge tattoo. It's going to hurt like a bitch, but it'll be worth it because I really want that tattoo. I've been wanting my neck tattooed for years, but I kept putting it off because it's expensive. With me working all these holidays, getting all this extra overtime, I am definitely able to afford it now. And once I get that tattoo done, the next one I might get done after that with my next free paycheck is my Baphomet tattoo. I've always wanted to cover my entire top right of my arm. And then my chest piece I want done. So basically I'm going to be tatted up soon. Goddess, I'm so awkward. So, right, I love tattoos. I think they are very attractive on people if they're done properly. I see some people with some tattoos, I'm like, marry me. That is a long name, so I'm not gonna read it off. I personally find tattoos to be extremely attractive, very thing when they're done properly. Because I see some of my friends like, oh, look at my great tattoo, and I'm like, honey, it looks like shit. That tattoo looks like a 2-year-old drew it. Hold on, let me plug in my lamp and see if that'll help with the lighting, because it's bothering me that my lighting looks like shit. Let's plug this in and see if that makes a difference at all. Oh, much better. Let me sit kind of on the floor. Oh, there we go. Much better. Sure when or where I'm going to get them for planned. I have a lot planned. I have my chest piece, my neck tattoo getting done this month, my Baphomet tattoo, my entire top right of my arm. I wanted to get the sun and moon tattooed on my shoulders. I think I'm going to get... It's more of, it's expensive, and I'm trying to find an artist who's good at what they're doing, because a lot of tattoo artists do shit work. The tattoo artist who did this tattoo, I've been trying to find him. I know that he moved from the tattoo shop I used to go to, because unfortunately the owner went into a coma, so the shop shut down, and the tattoo artist's name was Jason. Don't remember his last name, though, that's why I can't find him. And if I find him, he's doing all my next tattoos. And then most of the tattoo shops I try to go to, they want like over $1,000 or they're very expensive. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not paying $1,000 for a tattoo. You got me fucked up. That's like 2 months worth of rent. You got me fucked up. And then I seen their repertoire of work, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but your artwork is not worth that much. Any advice to other witches and pagans in the area? Like, what type of advice? Like, advice on a specific area of the crafts, or... Because it's a little confusing. It's very vague. Hold on, I want me some chips. I said fuck it and got me my salt and vinegar chips. I love salt and vinegar. Hey, look at me being a typical Taurus, being a piggy. What time is it? Of course, my phone's not gonna tell me. Fuck you, phone. Is in the area. Where do you live at? If you don't mind me asking, like, what area do you live in? Like, advice on certain spells, certain rituals, like practicing in places that don't accept it. Like, what advice would you want on? And I can help the best I can. I was also thinking of doing live tarot readings. Finding pagans to hang out and make friends. That one I don't know, because I don't know a lot of pagans where I live at. Usually my only advice for that is if you have a Facebook or some kind of social platform, to join in witchcraft and pagan groups, where you can probably find people who are close to you in your area and hang out with them. California, San Jose, California. Yeah, see, I don't know how many pagans or witches are in your community. In my area, there's not a lot. The only witches I know are my friend Misty, my ex-husband and his husband, and my ex-boyfriend who's living with me are pretty much the only witches that I know of in my area, which kind of sucks. So I usually go on here onto YouTube. I've met plenty of witches on YouTube, and I've also met plenty of other witches and pagans on Facebook groups, Facebook group chats and stuff like that. That's the only way I can offer advice. I really wish there were more pagans and witches around my area. It would be fun. The witches and pagans that I meet at Crystal Era, which is the metaphysical store closest to me, it's in Illyria. A lot of the people I meet there are a little, how to put it nicely, whack jobs. They're a little cuckoo. I'm sorry, but when I hear magical practitioners and witches and pagans claiming they can levitate and throw fireballs, I'm gonna roll my eyes. I'm like, you guys are the reason why people don't take us seriously. Silde and Draco? Oh no, that ended a long time ago. Me and Draco split up, I think 3 or 4 years ago, and we got divorced, like legally divorced about 2 years ago. We got legally divorced, but we're still good friends. He actually lives in the same apartment building as I do still. So that ended a while ago. I am currently single. Hey, just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, I'm single, and I'm not looking for a relationship right now. I don't want one. My whole thing with that is I'm trying to discover myself more and learning to put boundaries up for what I will not tolerate in a relationship. For me, the main thing with a relationship is I need trust. If I cannot trust that person, if they give me the slightest little thing to make them distrust them, they're gone. I won't deal with it. And whatnot. Like, that too, and I'm trying to work on myself to get over my negative qualities in a relationship. As you guys know, I'm a Taurus, and most Tauruses have extreme jealousy or they're extremely possessive in relationships, and I'm trying to work on that myself. I feel that if I am not ready to let go of that, I'm not ready to date yet, if that makes sense. Because I don't want to be in another relationship. I don't want to be too borderline controlling, possessive. I want my partner to be as free as they want to and have fun and whatnot. So I don't want to be in that kind of shit, if that makes sense. I don't want to be in that toxic type of bullshit again. I don't want to do it. And I also will not tolerate... Okay, sorry, I guess I don't know a lot of pagans and witches in my community, in my area where I live at. It's actually quite hard for me to find other witchy friends around here. But anyway, back to the topic. A lot of people that I have dated before, I'm not trying to... Okay. Dated before do not acknowledge my emotions, or I go from 0 to 100. If I'm upset, I'm upset. I will cry. I will get pissed off. I have a lot of anxiety. I have a lot of fears and stuff like that. And I don't like being with someone who doesn't respect my anxiety. They get annoyed when I have paranoia, and I don't like that. I want to be respected in that aspect. If that makes sense. Like, I'm kind of a hermit when it comes to like hanging out with people, hanging out with friends. I have a hard time doing it because I don't want to leave my house half the time. I don't leave my home unless I absolutely freaking have to. Hold on. Try to scoot it back. And a lot of people I've dated get annoyed with that. They don't like it. They hate it when I'm like a recluse, but I try telling people it's a battle I have to fight over constantly, which I'm working on. I'm going out more. It's just that this freaking rain galore today. I was going to go to the cemetery and visit my grandpa's grave, but it's raining uncontrollably. Yay. There's even this little forest area by where I live. I was wanting to go for a nature walk, but the weather has other plans. It's every time I have a day off or it's nice weather outside. Nope. The universe like, so you thought, bitch. So you thought. I'm going to give you rain. You're not going outside. So that's what's going on with my non-existent love life. I don't want to date until I'm ready. Or unless somebody absolutely sweeps me off my feet. If it's to a point where I don't want to just date, I don't want to just jump into it. I want to be friends with someone for a long time and really get to know them. I want to see their negative side. I want to see their positive side. I want to see all aspects of them and go from there. And I also want somebody who will take me as I am, not try to change me. Because I've had people in the past, how to put it, they knew that I'm a feminine dude. I'm very feminine. I like to wear nails. I do drag. And people have tried to change me in the past. Or they don't like the fact that I'm a witch. They try changing that. No, it's not happening. I am a witch. Get over it. That's like the main thing with the gay community and the gay dating scene is that a lot of people don't like witches. They don't like feminine men. If you're not feminine, you're not attractive. Or you don't have a 6-pack or a 12-inch dick. All that crap, pardon my French, but then you're not seen as attractive in the community. It's kind of disgusting. So until all that criteria is met, I'm saying single. Okay, so I don't know what to do with this kind of stuff. Does anyone have like questions, topics they want to discuss, stuff like that? Because I'm running out of ideas. See what I mean by like my mind's all over the place. I went from explaining the video to politics to from astrology, politics, dating. I'm all over the damn place. It's annoying me. My phone won't let me see the time because I am still going to be going to do some readings for some clients today. Which I hope by the time I do that, I'm not too tired. Because readings tired me out. Especially, I love doing readings for people. I love helping people out, but dear goddess, I'm an empath, and when somebody is just like pouring in tears and just letting things out towards me, I'm like, I feel like, no, I can't handle it for too long because I start absorbing their energy, I start absorbing their emotions. I'm like, I can't handle this. It's overwhelming for me sometimes. And then this is another thing with a lot of my friends, they don't like my advice on a lot of things, especially when it comes to relationships. Like, I'll have some friends who have somebody who's cheating on them, someone who's treating them like shit, who's disrespecting them. Do you run a spiritual business of any advice? If any advice? I don't technically run a spiritual business. I just do readings on the side, and I sometimes cast spells for friends. I don't have an exact business. But if you do plan on running a business, or if you're going to, of course, it's like a regular business. You're, of course, going to want to, if it's like a tarot business, you're probably going to want to start out doing free readings, practicing with people for a little while to get your skills known. And by mouth, people will tell others that you're this good, you're good at this. Okay, and whatnot. It's kind of like a regular business. Then you branch off from there, advertise yourself, introduce yourself, of course, be friendly, and then eventually your businesses will pick up. I don't necessarily do a business because where I live, a lot of people are afraid of witchcraft. They are afraid of tarot cards, so I don't get a lot of requests from people. I just mostly have friends and family who offer me readings, or friends of their friends, etc., etc. So that'd be my way to somewhat start a business. Hold on. If you were to talk to someone who was one, okay, that's a damn good one. When I started the craft, I really wish when I started, because like I said, I had no teacher, I had no one to guide me, so I had to learn on my own. My advice for a new person who wants to walk down the path of witchcraft is make sure you are ready. By that, I mean trying to put it in words. Witchcraft can be very rewarding, it can be very life fulfilling, but it can also be very, how to put it, it can be a very teaching, very hard work to do things. My advice would be you're going to have to take your time, you're going to need to study, you're going to need to put dedication into your craft when you first start. When you first start, go to, if you have people who are witches, ask them in your life. That would be a great way. If not, I would suggest to read books, go online, read forums, read blogs, but also at the same time, take it with a grain of salt. Listen to your intuition, listen to your inner voice when reading this stuff, because everything you read on the internet and in books are not going to resonate with you. They're not going to make sense to you, which is fine. There's no one way to teach witchcraft. There's no one way to practice it. So, how to put it? Like in the words Scott Cunningham, teaching witchcraft or teaching Wicca, whatever it is, it's kind of like a teacher or a NASCAR instructor teaching it. There's different ways of teaching how to drive a car, how to set up a car. Each teacher will teach you very differently, and it's the same way with the craft. There are many different ways to learn. There are many different forms to learn. So it's all about self-exploration and seeing what resonates with you and what works with you. Usually, I always see it. I know I did it when... Any advice on tarot? Yes. I'll get to that in 1 second. Usually when new witches start, they are very paranoid. They're scared. They're going to fuck shit up. They have to read it by the book, which that's fine. When you start the path, it's perfectly fine to want to do things by the book and do it until you're comfortable. And eventually down the road, with practicing the craft, you'll be more confident in doing your own spells, writing rituals. Your voice will come out more. So my advice, like I said, my main advice, I wish someone would told me that witchcraft is very rewarding, but also very hard and a lot of work, was the main thing I wish someone would have told me. The advice on reading tarot. I absolutely do not recommend reading books. I don't recommend reading the little white booklets that comes with the deck, unless you absolutely feel you need to. I know I did when I first started, but that's because I didn't know what I was doing. With reading tarot, it should be more based on your inner voice, your inner intuition. When you first pick a tarot deck, I always recommend the Rider-Waite deck for everybody. It is the most easiest deck on the planet to read. But I also mainly recommend, there are hundreds upon thousands of different tarot decks to pick from. I recommend picking a tarot deck that's imagery speaks to you, that's calling out to you. And the major way I learned how to read tarot is sitting down with that deck, looking through each card. What emotions or what symbolism are you getting from that particular card? And whatever that is saying to you, that's how you would read it. Because reading tarot or teaching tarot is the same with witchcraft. Everybody will teach very differently. Everybody will have different meanings for each card, etc., etc. But the main important thing is what it says to you, what you think that card means, what it's screaming out at you in your intuition. Like, trying to think of a card, for example, death card. A lot of people always associate it with physical death. I don't necessarily associate it with physical death unless it's with another card paired up, teamed up. The death card represents a new change, a dramatic transformation, death of an old pattern, death of an old lifestyle, restarting anew. So it could represent many different things to many different people. It's always with a lot of my advice with starting new things is go by your intuition, go by your inner voice and what you think you need to do, if that makes sense. I'm hoping I'm making sense, because that's like the major thing when I try to teach people is my fucking thought process goes 20,000 different ways and I can't sometimes articulate it into words properly. I know what I'm trying to say, but my brain don't want to fucking cooperate with me sometimes. So I hope that does help you with it. That is how I kind of got more into tarot. Because when I was reading the books, a lot of the meanings didn't resonate with me. So I tried to... What the hell is the name of that book? There was a book I read. I think it's called 2 Hour Tarot, Reading the Hour in 2 Hours. And it recommends in the book that you take the deck, go through each card, or have a little notebook, and write down the meanings of the cards that you're feeling from that card, and then try to compare it to the book meanings, if that makes sense, or just go based off your intuition. Because it does take a little time to get tarot down. Even though I have been reading tarot since I was like 13, the main cards, for some freaking reason, I always have trouble reading the court cards. I don't know why. I cannot always read those properly. But I just try my best to work with it. I try to understand it. It also depends on the tarot deck. Certain decks, I can't read the cards. I was like, nope, fuck it. Because the court cards can usually represent you, another person, a new energy shift, or a certain type of situation. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint what that card is directing it to, for me at least. Usually when I see a court card... Hold on one second. Like, I see a court card, I usually say, oh, this is that person. It's them in a different energy shift. And I'll try to look at the other cards to see if it might be another person for them in their life. It just depends. And like I said, go by your intuition. Just experience things with it. Experiment and try, if that makes sense. Okay, if there was one crystal you would suggest for new witches or witches that just learning crystals... Right off the bat, I always recommend for new witches or people who never use crystals is quartz crystal. Because quartz is a very universal crystal. It can be programmed into doing anything. And it is one of the most easiest crystals, if not the easiest, to get your hands on. So I would always recommend quartz crystal for everybody. I have quartz all over my freaking apartment. I freaking love quartz crystals. I have big ones, tiny little palm stone ones. They're all over my place. Quartz crystal, hand down. Two advice for new witches or new people who are obtaining crystals. Beware of fake quartz crystal. You can always tell when a quartz crystal is real when, like, for example, you go to a mainstream store, you know what I mean, like, I'm trying to think of one, like Hot Topic, Spencer's, and shit like that. If you just go to a store, they'll usually sell fake bullshit sometimes. Quartz crystal, you can easily tell that it's real because quartz has imperfections in the crystal itself. This is a selenite. What am I doing? It will not be perfectly crystal clear. If it's like crystal clear, like perfect, it's probably glass. It's not a real quartz crystal. So that's my advice on that one. Which, oh yeah, I never showed this. I got this selenite pendants the other day when I went to Crystalero to pick up some Palo Santo and sage. Whew. Oh, yeah. I also got my nails done that same day. My friend Caitlin did it, and I freaking love it. It's got the triple goddess symbol, and then orange with, like, I don't know what you would call it, like black droplets, like their blood. And same with these ones. Because I got sick and tired of doing press on nails because they kept coming off at work and it was irritating the shit out of me. So I went and got my nails done professionally. Thank you. I know, that's so dope. And selenite is also one of my favorites. I have, oh god, see, it's hard to pick an exact favorite crystal because I love crystals too much. I guess my top 5 would have to be quartz crystal, selenite, amethyst, citrine, and I'm trying to think of another one that I use frequently. I would have to say tiger's eye, because actually one of my very first crystals I ever obtained when I was a new witch was a tiger's eye, and it was by accident. My grandfather, I can't even fucking talk today. Grandfather, when he was still around, may his soul rest in peace, he owned an appliance store. And what he would do is he would go to auctions and buy appliances that people no longer wanted. We would take it to the shop, fix it up, and sell it. There was literally something in one of the dryer barrels, and we took it apart. It was a freaking tiger's eye stone. I was like, freaking out. My grandpa was like, well, just throw it away. I'm like, oh, no. I told him I want that. He's like, it's just a rock. I'm like, yeah, it's just a rock, but I'm going to take it. How do you use program crystals and how do you do warding? Crystals, to program them, what I do is, do I have another crystal over here? I could have sworn I had crystals over here on my living room table. Programming crystals, I will first cleanse the crystal, either by, I can't even talk today, smudging it with sage, and then I will, or bury it in the earth for a few days, it just depends, or put it in water, depending on if it's water soluble and water safe, and cleanse it. And then it's kind of like charging tools. Let's just say this piece of Palo Santo is another crystal. Once you're done with that, I will always cusp it in my hands and like envision. I usually use purple energy for almost all my workings because it's one of my favorite colors and I just love working with it. And imagine the energy going into the crystal. Just sit there for like a minute or two envisioning what that crystal is going to do for you. And I kind of talk to the crystal. Like, I know a lot of people think I'm fucking crazy, but I talk to my crystal and I ask it or tell it it's going to do this for me with my energy. Some crystals are fucking stubborn. They will not work for some people, or you are not ready for that energy. But that's how I usually generally put intentions into my crystals and charge them. For warding, putting up wards, I always, every time before I go to work, before I go outside somewhere, or before I even leave the house, I'll smudge myself or I'll put some type of oil on me and envision all around me like an egg, a purple light, because I like to use purple. It's a very universal color in my opinion. And imagine my entire body envisioned with that purple egg, and that'll be my shield or my ward to ward off negative energies, psychic vampires, all that shit. which unfortunately sometimes I keep forgetting to do it when I'm in a rush to work because I wake up at the last minute, and I'll just do it when I'm there. Hold on. Do you ever use Epholite when doing readings? I never heard of that stone before, to be honest. So, which I might go look that up actually. Let's see. I'll go see if Crystal Era has some Apholite. Am I pronouncing it right? Or yeah, so I think it's Apholite. I've never heard of that stone actually. You might have just given me an idea for a new stone. Like, so that's my advice on warding, on charging crystals. I actually, these are giving me really good ideas for videos to do. Where the hell's my notebook? I'll just go back on the live feed. Doing videos on putting up wards, putting shields, working with the auras, charging crystals, stuff like that. I should do videos on that. I'm just hopping on. Damn it, I can't read. I'm just hopping on now. What tarot deck would you recommend if you had to choose just one? Oh, damn, you see? That is so hard because I have so many damn tarot decks. Personally, for me, I like darker imagery, but I always... Are you asking? Hold on. For recommending for other people, I would always recommend the Rider-Waite tarot deck. I know it's like the most basic white bitch tarot deck on the planet, but Rider-Waite is, to me, when I first started, if it's kind of enhanced, it looks like a quartz in a way. I'm going to have to look that up. What was I saying? When I think of tarot cards, my mind always go towards the Rider-Waite imagery, because the very first time I ever seen tarot cards when I was a kid was a Rider-Waite tarot deck in like a horror movie or some shit like that. But I would always recommend the Rider-Waite deck for anyone, because it is, to me, is the most universally easy tarot deck to read on the planet. I plan on buying black tourmaline and clear quartz crystals and pendants. Any advice? Like advice on where to purchase the crystals and pendants? Is that what you're asking? I would recommend, I actually have a wonderful website in mind if you don't mind purchasing online. You can go to 13moons.com. I have been going there for years. I think I've been adding that deck to my collection, so now I definitely will thank you. The Rider-Waite tarot deck? Yeah, it's a wonderful deck. It's easy to work with. I also recommend, if you're into creepy stuff like I am, or horror film stuff, or shit like that, the Deviant Moon Tarot by Patrick Valenza. It's fucking gorgeous. It's a Rider-Waite based deck, but it's just kind of like creepy imagery. Which right now, my deck, I'm cutting it. I'm trimming the borders. So it's in the process of being trimmed. Anyway, back to the crystal pendants. I would recommend, if you have a metaphysical store in your area, I would recommend going there. So that way you can... I personally, I'm conflicted with buying online shit. Then you would definitely love the Deviant Moon Tarot. And I also recommend the Azathoth Tarot. I can't remember the name of the artist. I think it's Nemo, the Azathoth Tarot. It's based off the Cthulhu series, an H.P. Lovecraftian stories. If you're into H.P. Lovecraft, you would love the Azathoth Tarot deck. They also have the, what was it called? Lovecraft Tarot, I think it was called. I can't remember, but they also have that deck. Wonderful decks. But anyway, like I said, if you have a metaphysical store in your area, I would recommend going there, because you can feel the crystals. I personally like to touch items before I buy them. But if I can't find them, I will go online, and I definitely 100% hands down will always recommend 13moons.com. I've been shopping there since I first started my craft. Never have problems with them. Great customer service, great shipping, great products, and not overpriced. So I would definitely recommend 13 Moons. What would you say is your favorite herb to use magically besides sage? I guess my most favorite herb to use besides sage would be lavender and peppermint are my two favorite ones. Mostly because when I first started, those were the only ones I had access to. I was more like a kitchen witch when I first started. I love lavender because it has so many uses and is a great stress reliever. Peppermints I love because it's my favorite scent on the planet. It's my favorite form of candy to eat. It's my favorite form of tea. I love peppermint sticks, peppermint patties, anything peppermint chocolate, peppermint. I love peppermint. I have peppermint lotions in my house. I have peppermint deodorant. It's like a natural vegan deodorant. What the hell is it called? Smith's. It's a peppermint one. I'm obsessed with peppermint and lavender. I have lavender oil in every room in the house. I always have lavender diffused in my home, mixed with dragon's blood or sometimes lemon. So it would be peppermint and lavender are my other favorite ones. I do use Palo Santo quite a bit. Recently, I got into Palo Santo because I think it was Cyrus gifted me with some Palo Santo, and I fell in love with it ever since. My only complaint about Palo Santo is this shit don't stay lit very long. I have to keep relighting it constantly, which annoys me. And it doesn't produce as much smoke as sage does, so there's that. Dear Goddess, I've been on here for an hour now. I think I should do a lot of my videos in general just live, just to save me the freaking hassle of constantly trying to upload all the time, because it's a pain in my ass. Technology is not my friend. Oh, wait, that's the wrong cigarette pack. Hold on. I don't know why my phone won't let me see what time it is. I'm trying to look at the time, and it won't let me. Okay, there we are. It's 5:07. So in about 20 minutes, I'm going to... Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. I did that. Okay, there we are. Sorry. So about 20-30 minutes, I got to go. Have you ever been to the Village Silversmith store in Salem, Massachusetts? It's a crystal store, and I'm in heaven every time I go there. I've never been to Salem, Massachusetts, but I do so badly want to go there for a vacation one of these damn days. I would love to go to Salem, Massachusetts. What would you say is your favorite? Oh, I already read that one. Duh, Raven. I would love to go to Salem. I've been wanting to go there since I first discovered I was a witch, but I don't have the means. I don't have the funds to go there. I don't even have my own car, so that would suck. I would love to one of these days save up money, find a friend who would want to go with me, and have both of us or a couple of friends drive down to Salem and save up some money and go there. Oh, dear God, it's like so many. Hold on one second. I usually use the new Mythic Tarot. I used to own the original Mythic Tarot in the 1980s. It's a Rider-Waite stale, but it uses the Greek mythology. I know, I've heard of the Mythic and I've seen that one. I like the imagery, but I never purchased it myself. You need to go to Salem. If you go, let me know. I'd love to meet you. Oh, do you live in Salem? What is your favorite witchy movie and TV show to watch? Hands down, right off the bat, my very favorite freaking witchy movie is always The Craft. I know, shocker. The Craft is my favorite witchy movie and my favorite witchy TV show. Would have to be Charmed. Oh, sweet. So yeah, if I ever go to Salem, I'll let you know so we can see each other. Girl, we'll meet. What was I saying? Charmed, and it's a mixture of, right now, I'm really obsessed with freaking The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which I'm excited for the 3rd season. And see the light and well, the child as well. To Glaytonsbury. I have no idea where that is. But like I said, so yeah, the Craft and Charmed, which is like one of the most basic witch shows on the planet, but I just love it. If I had to pick a favorite character on Charmed, it would either be Phoebe or Paige, or my two favorite. Nope, I take that back. Phoebe or Piper. My mom's favorite character is Piper. This is a funny story. It's actually how I got my mother comfortable with me watching or practicing witchcraft when I was a teenager, was her watching Charmed. I love The Craft and Salem and Sabrina. Have you watched the reboot of Charmed? Love the Charmed, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Piper is my favorite Salem TV show. Hell no. I watched the new Charmed series. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm not watching this no more. I watched 4 episodes, quit, done. I can't stand it. They ruined it. I personally feel they should not have called the show Charmed. They should have renamed it something else. Because to me, it's not a Charmed reboot. It's its own thing. And I'm not a fan of it. I find the characters annoying. The plot is just fucked. They screwed the plot from the original one. The CGI is terrible. To me, I sometimes like older TV shows and older movies because they didn't have a lot of CGI, but they made it look real good. My mom read the Sweep series, and that was my favorite, making her comfortable with me with. I love Cole and Piper. Oh, Cole. Let me tell you. Cole and Leo. Their daddy. They're cute as fuck. Cole was my man. I watched the whole season, but the new season I won't watch the reboot because they blew up the Book of Shadows, apparently. I love the Sweep series. I didn't get that far into the series. A lot of my coworkers were trying to convince me to finish this first season. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't. The characters, like I said, they are fucking obnoxious. I think they're fucking stupid. Don't get me wrong, I love science stuff, but when they're trying to bring that into a TV show, it ruins it. When people watch Witchcraft on TV, they don't want to hear about science and all that shit. They want to know about the mysticism to it, the mystic behind it, the mystery. Leon Wyatt, I would marry Chris, is also hot. Fuck yes, hell yes. But Cole is my man. He is my husband in that show. Oh, he's daddy as fuck. Like I said, the whole show was just ruined, in my opinion. They should have never named it Charmed. They should have named it something else in its own right. I fucking can't stand the new Charmed series. I fucking hate it. The only thing that's good about the show, which this was a bullshit claim, they were claiming it's a more feminist show. The original Charmed series was a kick-ass feminist show. Thank you. But they did bring more issues of LGBT, lesbians, stuff like that into the show, which that I did appreciate. I agree, they should have never named it Charmed. It had potential. Exactly, it had potential. Don't try to say it was a reboot of the show. Because you know damn well people are going to rip that shit to shreds because Charmed has a cult following. Charmed is the shit. Which I think they should have done, not a reboot. They should have done a continuation of the Charmed series. Me and my mom have always said this. Do it as a continuation of the series with the kids. All the kids and grandkids fighting and kicking ass. But then I wouldn't know how that would work because they wouldn't be the Charmed ones. If that makes sense. Because there's not 3. There's a lot of kids. Harry was cute. I would admit that. Charmed is too iconic. I wanted a continuation. Thank you. Exactly. Me and my mom have been saying that like forever. I want to see it with the kids kicking ass, kicking demons' ass, you know, like the old Charmed days. And keep the freaking CGI and stuff the same. Don't introduce this new CGI shit. It's not just with that new Charmed series. There's a lot of new movies and a lot of new series. They have way too much freaking CGI and it looks like crap. It doesn't look realistic. Sometimes with movies, it's best to go with the older techniques that they use, and they just look so much better, in my opinion. Let's talk about a movie with the Charmed. I heard that. Who was it? I think it was... I think it was Alyssa Milano gave a hint that they might be doing a movie, and I hope and pray they do, because I would fucking buy tickets to that shit in 2.5 if they do have a movie out, and I hope it's like theater release, too. Hold on, what time is it? Let me check one more time. I gotta keep an eye on the time. If my phone will cooperate with me at 5:14. Okay, so about 20 more minutes, and then I have to get off. I did not realize I've been on here for over an hour. Alyssa and Holly drop hints with all 4 ladies. That would be pretty cool if, oh goddess, I can't remember her name. Sharon Doherty, I think her name is. I can't pronounce her name properly. Sharon Doherty. Yeah, Shannon, there it was. Which I think the whole situation with her not coming back for the last episode of Charmed, I think that was stupid. You could have made at least a cameo as one of the ghosts or spirits of the show to kind of, you know what I mean? From what I understand, she left the show because she wasn't getting along with, was it Alyssa? Yeah, she wasn't getting along with Alyssa. She's basically kind of a diva to work with. A lot of people and directors, I watch interviews, they say she's a total freaking diva with shit. So, which is why she left the show. So that sucked ass. What else? Trying to think of another good witchcraft movie that I'm obsessed with. Another good one is Tamra. I don't know if anyone's seen that movie. It's a really damn good movie. I love it. Basically, in the movie, there's a girl who is a witch. Me too. I liked Peru too. She kind of reminds me of me if I wasn't charmed. If you paid large royalties to use any pictures of her witches, they never showed her in faces or pictures. Yeah, I noticed that too. Like, suck up your pride. Do it for your fans. That's all I have to say. Like, at least for the last damn episode, don't charge them. Don't do it. Just show up. Get paid for a role in the last episode and carry on with your damn life. But anyway, there's a movie, Tamra, which is about a girl who practices witchcraft. What is it? I think she's like a kind of like an outcast. No one likes her. She has a father who's a piece of shit, and her mom was a witch too, but she passed. In the movie, she's kind of ratted out the football team for using drugs. So they didn't like her. They decided to pull a prank on her. The prank ended up going wrong. It killed her. The spell that she tried finishing brought her back to life, and she came back to fuck them up. Always a witch. I've never heard of that show, actually. And Buffy, yes, Buffy was my shit. I loved Buffy. I still do. Yes, The Craft, hands down the best. So yeah, Tamara is a good one. There was this one movie, it was like a underground movie. I found it on Netflix years ago. I'm not sure if it's still on there. It's called Five Girls, which just sounds like a porn title, but I promise you it's not. Five Girls. It's not necessarily Angel, yes. Not Angel, I like Spike. Spike. Anyway, fuck my life, I forgot what I was gonna say. You see, you guys are distracting me with all these talk about these hot guys, damn it. Five Girls, it's not necessarily a witchcraft-centered movie, but it does have some. It's on Netflix. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. It has two witch chicks who are witches. It's about these five girls who have powers or some weird gifts. In the school, it was like a Catholic school, a kid was killed by a demon. They bring these five girls here because one, I think she has telekinesis or the powers to go through walls. One's a witch or Wiccan. One has the ability to go through walls. One has telekinesis. I forgot what the hell the other one has. And one's blind and can see the future. I found it on YouTube, I think. It's a good movie. I think it's a good movie. Trying to think of other witchcraft movies. Practical Magic, that's a good one. I love Practical Magic. It's one of my favorites too. Practical Magic, The Crafts, Five Girls, Tamara. Now, the one movie that I did not care for, I tried watching when I watched it, was the movie The Witch. So many people were praising the movie. I found it very extremely fucking boring. I was like falling asleep while watching it. I'm like, this is your stereotypical Hollywood horror film bullshit. I thought it was boring. I did not care for it. What the hell was the name of that movie? There was one movie, it was trash, in my opinion. It was about warlocks. The Covenant, oh my god, that movie was freaking terrible. I couldn't stand that damn movie. I couldn't stand The Covenant. It was terrible. The guys were hot, but in my opinion, the story was terrible. I didn't care for it. It was very boring, in my opinion. Oh, Twitches. Twitches from Disney. That was a damn good movie. I love Twitches. Twitches, Hocus Pocus. What else? Halloween Town. Those are some of the damn good movies. Yeah, Halloween Town. Some movies that are not necessarily witchcraft oriented, but they have magic and stuff in it. One of my all-time favorite movies on the planet is The Mummy. I always loved The Mummy. I read the Twitches book as a kid, and they were the best ever. Yes, I love Twitches. It was one of my favorite movies on the planet. I'm seriously trying to hardcore remember some other good witchcraft movies I used to watch as a kid. Well, of course, Harry Potter is hands down one of my favorites series on the planet. Even though J.K. Rowling's in some deep shit right now. I still will always be a Slytherin. The Secret Circle, yes. Me and my cousin Bree were watching that one time. We were pissed off to find out that they canceled after one season. The same creator who made The Circle was also creating Vampire Diaries. They canceled The Secret Circle for Vampire Diaries. Because it was during that time period when Twilight was out, everybody was obsessed with vampires. I fucking hate Vampire Diaries. I can't stand that show. Because of that bullshit show, my favorite show on the planet, one of my favorite shows, were canceled. So fuck you, Vampire Diaries.
Covenant, I only like it for Stephen Stray, who played Caleb. You know what I hate is when YouTubers make paranormal videos, but you can tell it's all just for views. I hate when they make a mockery of it, like takes. Right. Exactly. I wanted a second season at least.
Exactly. I was so obsessed with that damn show. It grew slowly on me. Like, it was, I didn't really get into it until the third or fourth episode. It was really boring the first few episodes, in my opinion. But it was a really good show. I can't stand that either. Too, when YouTubers, basically, to me, they're making a mockery of paranormal investigations and shit like that. I hate it when anyone does that. Even, what is it, Discovery Channel? Is it Discovery Channel? Or Sci-Fi Channel? Whatever the fuck channel it is.
So soon you find out it's ending.
Oh my god, what the hell was the name of that paranormal show? The one with the dude named Zach. That show's a joke. It's a straight up fucking joke. I hate it when you're watching a paranormal show and they're just like every 2 seconds, what's that? Like, what does that sound? There's something there. No, it's just their foot moving. Dante's Cove. That's another good one. Dante's Cove I haven't seen in forever. Ghost Hunters, that's what it is. That show is trash. It is absolute uttering trash. Now, one good show that I did watch, what the hell? Celebrity Paranormal Project. That one I really liked. It was kind of funny. Celebrity Paranormal Project. That was a damn good show. To me, it was funny as fuck, even though I know most of it's bullshit, but because this is my thing, anytime they do, like, paranormal shows, Paranormal Lockdown, that one's a good one, too. I like Paranormal Lockdown, Celebrity Paranormal Project. I hated Ghost Hunters, that one's trashed. It's always when they do these paranormal type of shows, they don't have anyone who's actually, how to put it, like, knowledge in spiritual stuff, or they're not knowledge in occult knowledge, so they're kind of dipshits in my opinion. I was supposed to join a paranormal team years ago with my aunt, because she was trying to recruit me into the group. I think it's the Lorain County, some shit like that, paranormal team. She was like going over the equipment, the procedures, but my aunt didn't really want me on the team because of my non-belief in demons. I'm very inappropriate and vulgar, so she didn't want me in the team, yada, yada, yada. And the team wasn't really getting into investigations because this is Lorain. Nobody believes in ghosts in this damn place.
You guys are giving me good recommendations right now. I think it's hard to find good paranormal story shows.
Yeah, it really is. Like, actual good ones where it's not a bunch of bullshit for views and shit. The one place I absolutely will want to do this, eventually one time I want to stay the night there, is Waverly Hill Sanatorium.
We had this paranormal show called Most Haunted, and oh my god, they faked everything. Even one of the psychics was found out as a fraud. Oh god. Say it's coming back to TV. Do you believe psychics on paranormal shows?
Oh, dear goddess. I really don't believe a lot of psychics who go on TV. Because to me, if you're a psychic and you're charging thousands of dollars for one little reading, you know, as a tarot reader or as a psychic, you know that you're not always going to be able to get readings. You're not always going to be able to get messages at all times. So what they will do is they will cold read Theresa Caputo. Fake ass bitch. But anyway, they'll always fake shit. They'll try to pull shit out of their ass to get the money. and stuff like that. So a lot of psychics on TVs, I don't believe in them. I can tell when they're cold reading. Like, who is it, that one psychic on TV? He's a gay dude, young, and he does, like, interviews with celebrities. He's full of shit. He's cold reading, flat out. And it's kind of hard. It's easy as hell to do psychic readings for celebrities because you can find their information on Google or Wikipedia.
I met Theresa Caputo and got a reading from her. She's definitely the real deal.
She's the real deal? Well, then again, I've never met her. But from my experience watching her, she's cold reading a lot. So I'll probably have to meet her. But I'm always skeptical with mediums and psychics that I see on TV until I actually meet them and I can tell when they're fake or real. But from what I see on TV, she cold reads a lot. Because what a TV medium, they will always do the most basic shit. They will always ask first, I sense a mother or father figure in the audience. That's a general conception that someone has a parent who died. They will always do that. This is always the first thing. And they try to get you to give them answers. I don't know. I would have to meet her.
Definitely did not cold read me.
Okay, well, to each their own. Like I said, I don't know. I don't have to meet her and have her do a reading for me. But from what I see, I think she's fake until I'm proven otherwise. But then again, I'm always like that with any tarot reader, with any psychic. Unless I know they're a witch. I know that's terrible to think that. Until I meet them, exactly. Until I don't see that anyone who's not witchcraft or not a witch, to me, I don't see them as psychic or readers. They're cash grabbers. They don't really give a shit sometimes. So I'm always skeptical about people who technically are not witches, who are doing readings. I will always read them to filth and scan them up and down, like, until I know they're real. And whatnot. So that's all that stuff. But I have been on here for over an hour and like 17 minutes. So I'm going to cut this short. I do enjoy talking with everybody. Thank you so much, everyone who was in the chats and talking with me. I enjoyed this. I sometimes enjoy this more than making regular videos because I can actually interact with everybody. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Wonderful, magical day. Have a good night. You too, Danny. I hope everyone has a good night or a good day, depending on what part of the world you're in. I hope it's magical. I'm going to go. Like I said, I have to go do readings for a couple clients today. Have a good night, y'all. You too. And like I said, stay blessed, stay magical. Practice your craft. Do your shit. Get your shit on point. Live your life, girls. And boys, everyone, girl, you know what I mean. But until next time, merry part and blessed be. If it'll stop.